Hey guys, it's CocoaTarot, and today we have a pick a card on the topic of how do you hypnotize others? Lately, I've been into hypnosis, learning about how to reprogram the subconscious or even past life memory recall. But diving into all of this had me interested in seeing how you guys put people in a trance-like state with your energy. So today we'll be looking into how you subconsciously pull people in. Thank you to everyone who has been supporting the channel, but we have 3 piles to choose from based on the images in the thumbnail. So this will be pile 1, this will be pile 2, and this will be pile 3. And I will see you guys in your piles. Hey, pile 1, we're going to get right into your reading and see how you hypnotize other people. If this reading resonates with you when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. Let's get your cards out and see what we are working with. So pile number 1, how do they hypnotize other people? Thank you so much. 1 card for pile number 1. Okay, we got number 30. Smiles, joy, happiness. Shine, shine, shine. Okay, let's clarify this with the tarot. Pile number 1, how do they hypnotize others? Thank you so much. You got the 7 of Cups in the first house. The Ace of Wands in the second house. The Sun in the third house. Temperance in the fourth house. Strength in the fifth house. The 4 of Cups in the sixth house. The 4 of Swords reversed in the 7th house. The 2 of Pentacles in the 8th house. The Death in the 9th house. 10 of Pentacles reversed in the 10th house. Queen of Cups in the 11th house. And the 7 of Wands in the 12th house. Starting with the 7 of Cups in the first house, there's a lot of fantasy to your image, pile number 1. You could be flirtatious, or other people find themselves wanting to flirt with you, and it's because of your magnetism. You're the type of person to walk in a room and the energy becomes brighter. Your energy is super infectious with the Sun in the 3rd house. People love to talk to you. They love to see you laugh. They love engaging with you in general. You could have a lot of people in public that want to talk to you. I'm hearing that song, Juicy Fruit. You're so juicy, pile number 1. People get swept up with all the possibilities when it comes to you. I'm seeing some people be like, we could be lovers, we could be friends. They could attach you to any label that is meaningful to them, and you would fit. You even have people platonically that would love for you to be their friend. Your energy in general is hypnotic. And it's because you have the power to enchant people. You captivate people's attention. I'm hearing there are people here that could just watch you talk. It doesn't even matter what you're saying. People just love to see you in motion. I'm hearing in general. So when you show up, a lot of people get excited, especially if they find out that you're on a guest list or you have RSVP'd to a certain place that they are going to. I'm seeing you with like a field of hypnosis around you that just makes people gravitate toward you in general. Going back to this Seven of Cups, for some of you guys, you could embody different personas or concepts. And what I mean is maybe you have different styles that you portray in your outfits or different interests that are polar opposites from each other. You could be into theater, drama, costumes, maybe because we just had Halloween. People love to see you dress up as different characters. There could be someone here who likes to cosplay. Spirit is telling me that the way you hypnotize people is when you embody fantasy. And I'm seeing different themes of that fantasy. You know how they say to date someone with curly hair because it's like dating two different people when they straighten it? That's the sort of energy I mean, where every form that you embody becomes a fantasy to other people. There's some kind of initial spark. When people see you, they could be like, who's that? Or ask around about you first before they approach you, because immediately they are drawn in. You spark a lot of people's interest. I'm even seeing you casually be introduced to people and those people looking you up afterwards online because they just can't forget about you. There's a big emphasis on first impressions. You make a great first impression. You hypnotize people in a way where they always want to be around you. There's a lot of charisma in your voice as well. Some of you would be really good at ASMR or pillow talk. The way that you speak with the Sun card here in the third house allows others to be seen and heard, but you do it in a very light and playful way. So if you teach people things, it could be gently. You're not the type to force a doctrine onto someone. You kind of gently lead people to their own conclusions while actively helping them feel seen and heard. When you speak, people go into a trance. They forget what they were doing, what they were talking about, what they were thinking about, because all they can see is pile number one. I just heard, holy moly, me oh my, you're the apple of my eye. If you are a feminine watching this channel, you could probably make a grown man blush. And equally, if you're a masculine, you make feminines feel like a giddy schoolgirl around you. You take people by surprise too. They don't see this attraction coming. They don't see themselves falling straight into your web. There is a bit of a Black Widow energy to you where masculine or feminine, you draw them in with that smile, those laughs, those jokes. You could be really good at getting people to open up. And once people are in your web, they're hooked. It's so hard to shake loose. You do have a wholesomeness to you with the Queen of Cups in the 11th house, where even though you are full of confidence, you're also full of integrity. You surprise a lot of people with how down the earth you can be while still feeling like the sun or a star to them. For a lot of you that pick this pile, you could be super playful in the bedroom, and people love this about you because they don't feel like you take everything so seriously. You're willing to laugh or say something charismatic to make the moment less awkward. People love that about you. That you could be totally naked and be just as vibrant as you are when you have clothes on. You're not the type of person to try and be sexy, but you just are, if that makes sense. You could be totally covered up from head to toe, and people will still fantasize about you. And it's because of that hypnotic energy that you have in general. The Four of Cups in the 6th house is kind of funny because you're so warm and vibrant, but I think you do detach or retreat sometimes, and this hooks people even more because maybe you just disappear or they won't hear from you and they're like, where is pile number 1? People start to look for you, scavenge for you. The way that you show a subtle disinterest under all that warmth keeps people on their toes. So even when you disengage, make yourself more unapproachable, it only adds to your hypnotism. Your hypnosis effect becomes intense when you are unavailable. Now, the Four of Swords is about rest. And with it in reverse in your partnerships, your partners don't get any rest when it comes to you. You don't really like complacency or things to be too mundane. So when it comes to partnerships, you love shaking it up. You could even be a very action-oriented person or be the type to want to go on a hike, go on an adventure, even if the adventure requires spending no money. People who have been in close relationships with you, partnerships, at the time, it could have felt exhausting, but when they look back, it was so much fun how you were always willing to go on an adventure. This is also how you put people in a trance-like state because the way time passes while you guys are having fun feels unreal. People even get better sleep after being around you because they exerted so much energy or even thought from your presence alone. So you are disruptive, but in a fun way. Maybe you're the type to text someone, get dressed, I'm coming over, or you just show up. A lot of fun. And not only will you show up out of the blue, you'll probably show up in some crazy outfit, a whole different style. Maybe you dyed your hair, you know? It reminds me of Ramona Flowers and Scott Pilgrim, how she dyes her hair all the time. A lot of you have a shapeshifter quality to you where you can be a totally different person if you want to. Maybe you even like to put on fun accents when you're playing around. You could probably do a whole monologue just from memory. With the 10 of Pentacles reversed in the 10th house, you could even interrupt people at work, not in a bad way, but there's just this feeling of you constantly reminding people of healthy indulgence or enjoying the pleasures of life without getting too caught up in materials and social expectations. You show people that there's more to life than just money. And this is so hypnotic about you because I'm telling you, people look at you and they're like, dang, pile number 1, you really, I would risk it all for you. The way that you live your life is persuasive to a lot of people because it feels so free and fun and loving. With the Death card in the 9th house, so many people have a different perspective on how they're living their life after they interact with you. They realize that it's okay to have more leisure time or to experience pleasure. It's so easy to indulge in the fantasy when it comes to you. There might even be some people who end up ignoring their responsibilities when they're around you because they get so sucked up into the fun. But they would never resent you for that. They would be grateful for it. Overall, pile number one, I think the way you hypnotize others is how you charm them. With that combination of warmth and detachment. And those sound like polar opposites, but you make them one and the same. I mean, the sun is so far away, but we still feel it. But that is your reading, pile number one, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile two, we're going to get right into your reading and see how you hypnotize others. If this reading resonates with you when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. Let's get your cards out and see what we're working with. So pile number two, how do they hypnotize others? Thank you so much. How do they hypnotize others? Just one card, please. Number 37, meeting, date, encounter. Groom and respect yourself for that first date and for all the ones that follow. Now let's clarify it with the tarot. So pile number two, how do they hypnotize others? Thank you so much. Pile number two. Okay, you got the Four of Wands in the first house, the Ace of Swords in the second house, the Four of Cups in the third house, the Knight of Pentacles in the fourth house, the Two of Swords in the fifth house, the Empress in the sixth house, the Nine of Cups in the seventh house, the Five of Pentacles in the eighth house, the Wheel of Fortune reversed in the ninth house, the Sun reversed in the 10th house, the Three of Cups in the 11th house, and the Ten of Cups reversed in the 12th house. Your spread is layered, pile number two. There's a lot to dive into in this reading, so hopefully you will be able to catch up. But in the context of hypnotizing other people, it starts from your first encounter with them. Almost like the trance is first initiated with first contact. The way that you engage when you first meet someone is how the hypnosis starts. And it could feel like a fateful encounter for the other person. There's a riddle to your energy where when people encounter you, I'm hearing it feels specific. It doesn't just feel like a random moment. It feels as if everything led up to that encounter. Even the spaces that you meet people in could become trance-like afterwards when they go there alone. Your energy transports people to a whole different timeline that you occupy. Your energy feels like a domino effect. I'm hearing that song Over My Head by The Fray, and I keep hearing in your reading the sound of a clock, like tick, 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 tick. When people meet you, it's like the clock starts. That's how it feels energetically. For those of you that picked this pile, you could be really good at creating a harmonious space, a comfortable space where people can relax. I'm seeing that when you actually go to the hypnotherapist, it's really comfortable. There's little ticking things, or the lights are really low. There's a comfortable chair. They'll have a plushie for you to hold. And that's how I'm seeing your energy. You create this comfortable atmosphere no matter where you are. And that's what draws people into that trance. You know those movies that have that lens where when the main character is looking at someone, the background is kind of blurred or distorted? People could feel like the surroundings distort when they're with you. Real trippy. With the Ace of Swords in the second house, there could be something direct about the way that you communicate. You could use a lot of hand gestures and movements like that feel captivating. You could even be really smart and you go on about money or math or some kind of technical topic, and people could really be lost, okay? They're like, what are you saying, pile number 2? You pull people into your own mental world. I won't lie, you're a bit disorienting sometimes. It's like the feeling of someone slipping something into your drink, but this is metaphorical. This is spiritual. This is how you affect people. They feel like you have spiritually slipped them something. And now they just have to buckle up and ride out the wave. With the Four of Cups in the third house, there's a feeling that you're not easily pleased. Even in conversation, you require a certain level of intellect to even feel interested. You could be bored by small talk, one-word text messages. You require a certain sort of depth to even get your attention. There's a lot of people that get in this trance-like state of trying to win you over, especially when you start to get bored and disengage. You could have even told people to their face, you're boring me right now, and people got intimidated, but it gave them this challenge to make you more interested in the things that they have to say. There's something about your energy that just sticks around no matter how long it's been or what happens between you and another person. Maybe you're the type to stick around with people through the ups and downs. And this adds to your hypnotism because once people have been affected by you, they can't just shake that off. They feel tied to you for the rest of their lives. If you do end up being cut completely out of someone's life, or you cut them out of your life, it's probably after a really long time of dealing with that connection. You have a lot of patience with people, even if they bore you, even if you want more of a challenge from them or more effort. You are the type to kind of stick around and see how the energy plays out. For example, maybe you don't block people. You just stop communicating with them, but you still have them as friends or on social media. And this makes people feel like they're still in your trance because they're still in your orbit. You could have even had people try to post things to get you to engage, or for you to see their post and see that they're just as exciting as you, that they can keep up with your world. I hope this is making sense, but trust is so important when it comes to putting someone in a trance-like state. The person has to trust you. And because you build these deep connections through ups and downs, there is a lot of trust that is established. So you could have people that you haven't talked to in years, but they would still speak highly of you or defend your name because they are still in that hypnosis state when it comes to you. You could show up to someone you haven't seen in like 20 years and they would still be like, oh, that's pal number 2. You know what I mean? And welcome you with open arms. Once that trance state is connected with you and another person, it's like an umbilical cord. It's there. You got the Empress in the 6th house. Once again, I don't know if it's your house, your car. There is some atmosphere that you create that feels like home to people. Your house is hypnotic, okay? People do not want to leave. They go there and they're like, yeah, I'll just spend the night. And you could probably notice that they're always extending their stay. They say, hey, do you mind if I stay for like an extra day or 2? And you probably don't mind, but it's because your home or where you are is trance inducing. Maybe you like to have certain colored lights or the feng shui. Big emphasis on environment, statues, sculptures. People could walk around your house and have fun just looking through your things. Maybe a lot of trinkets or antiques. People never want to leave your side, especially when they get in your house. Some of you with the 5 of Pentacles in the 8th house, you could have had people sleep on your couch or you helped certain people out when they were having a hard time in their life. And this could be why people are loyal to you even when you're not directly in their life anymore. Equally, too, with this 5 of Pentacles, this sounds wild, but you put people in a hypnotic state when you open up to them, when you're vulnerable about your problems, when you cry to them, when you tell them how you feel. That's when people get pulled into you the most. Moments where you might feel like you're in lack are actually moments that draws others in and makes them want to fill that void or care for you in an intimate way. Because you challenge people in conversation, there is a feeling of others constantly trying to figure you out or match up with your energy. You could even be unpredictable with your communication. So maybe one minute you are super interested and sometimes you just don't respond. And this gets people thinking of how they could get you to respond or engage with them again in conversation. There's a subtle influence that you have over people. It's not outright. They feel it over time. I'm hearing an extended release. You're not the type of person to want the spotlight or attention on you. Maybe you're the opposite, where you're like, I don't really want to be shining in front of others. So you use that private energy to draw people in. Once again, you're in your own world. You shine behind the scenes, really is what it is. I'm hearing that song by Britney Spears, Piece of Me. People would love to see what you do privately. You could be someone who doesn't post on social media a lot, especially your face or what you do in your private time, who you're with. And the fact that you're so hidden about certain things is actually what pulls people in. You could even hold back on sharing what you think about stuff. And it makes people want to know, what are they really thinking? What would they say about this? On the surface, you're this Empress, very warm and nurturing. But with the 10 of Cups reversed in your 12th house, there are some emotional burdens or a depth that people don't see right off the bat. This is that subtle power that slowly reveals itself over time when people know you. It almost gives the energy that your true power is hidden beneath the surface. You work well with unspoken emotions or those subtleties in connections that are hard to put into words. Some of you, no matter how much you smile or present yourself as this Empress energy, people could see that there is an emptiness that you carry or a loneliness. And I don't mean that to make you feel a negative way about it. It's just there is something inside of you that people sense, no matter how hard you try to paint a smile over it. And I think this is what creates the intrigue. People see this Empress energy, but then they see a sadness or something, and they're like, I want to be the one to make pile number 2 feel better, or to help fill that emptiness they feel. Most people are drawn to mysterious, unfulfilled energy, okay? Most people try to heal or understand something that they can't. The same way you have this nurturing energy in you, people reflect that back where they want to nurture those hidden parts of you. People feel this unconscious pull to help you find fulfillment. I think that's why in the beginning, that first initial meeting was so heavily highlighted. Because when people meet you, it feels like they found the missing piece to their life. What you give to people is the same energy that you have a hard time receiving. And for some reason, Spirit wanted me to point that out to you. But that is your reading, pile number 2. And I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 3. We're going to get right into your reading and see how you hypnotize others. If this reading resonates with you when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. Let's get your cards out and see what's going on. So how does pile number 3 hypnotize others? Thank you so much. How do they hypnotize others? Just one card. Okay. You got number 19. Generosity, compassion, kindness. Have your hand on your heart, but keep your heart well in place. Right. Let's clarify this with the tarot. So, pile number 3. How do they hypnotize others? Thank you so much. You got the 8 of Wands in the first house, the 10 of Swords in the second house, the 2 of Swords in the third house, the 4 of Cups in the fourth house, the 9 of Pentacles in the fifth house, the World in the sixth house, the Hermit in the seventh house, the High Priestess in the eighth house, the Magician in the ninth house, the Tower in the 10th house, the 3 of Cups in the 11th house, and the Lovers in the 12th house. All 3 piles got the 4 of Cups, which shows me as the reader that you guys are actually acting as the hypnotist, all 3 piles, allowing other people to disengage from their surroundings. To hypnotize someone, there is a disengagement process or a distance that has to be created in your mind. So pile number 3, I'm seeing you as the hypnotist itself. Maybe you do work in a way where you help people get into meditative states, helping people relax in some sort of way. It even says here on the Two of Swords, I am Zen. I'm also noticing that you got number 19, which is the Sun card in the tarot, which the other two piles got. So you could watch any pile in this reading and probably relate to it. The way that you hypnotize people is far from manipulation. Because I get the image with the Eight of Wands here that you radiate positivity, but in a very healthy way. You're not the type of person to lead someone astray. You brainwash people into doing things that are healthy for them. You embody the energy of a retreat or a breathing exercise. And a lot of you that pick this pile could be really generous with information, with your own things, especially if you're close to someone. And that sort of generosity draws a lot of people in. A lot of people think that you're kind. They would totally let you put them in a trance state and subconsciously feed them things that are good for them. They would trust you to do that. The first step to hypnotizing someone is through that openness, that warmth. You have a lot of enthusiasm, and everything you do has this certainty to it that feels really exhilarating to a lot of people. Even with the Ten of Swords in the second house, the Ten of Swords represents a painful ending. But there's something about you with the Eight of Wands right next to it where you captivate people with how you speak to their wounds or how you understand the deeper pain that people are going through. When people feel lost, they turn to you because you offer that safe place for people to experience their grief or their heartbreak or to explore their shadow. And it's not because you have all the answers or necessarily can spell out exactly for what that person to do. You allow people the openness to show their emotions, but also give them the space to reach their own conclusions. You're giving off when the student is ready, the master will appear, and people could see this in their lives when it comes to you because you just show up at the right time, exactly when they needed you or exactly when they were thinking of you. I'm hearing that R&B song where he says, I'm only one call away. People feel that, but energetically. They feel as if they can spiritually hit you up on that psychic hotline, and you always answer with some kind of high priestess energy or a way to comfort that shadow space. I think you hypnotize people by reminding them that they're going to be okay or that there's a bigger purpose to something that they're going through. There could even be some people that come to you during ruts in their life, and you hypnotize them by offering them something unexpected to get them back on track. It honestly feels as if people consult you to get in a trance-like state with the Tower here in the 10th house. Even with the World in the 6th house of your routines, you offer exactly what people need to get through certain cycles in their life. The Ten of Swords in the World, that's ending. So people consult you when they're going through some sort of ending, and you help launch them into the introspection that they need to get to their new beginning. And with the Lovers in the 12th house, this could be you highlighting a choice that I heard the Seeker or somebody needs to make. Someone here could work in the spiritual community or be a tarot reader. a Reiki specialist, a yoga instructor, sorry. With the Magician in the 9th house, you teach people how to gain access back to their power or back to their connection to the unseen. Masculine or feminine, you channel your inner high priestess a lot. You know a lot of things that others don't. And I think sometimes you even say things that you don't exactly know what it means, but to someone else, it's exactly what they needed to hear. A lot of people are hypnotized by that spiritual depth that you have, the fact that you can tap into life's mysteries and give them information that is useful in the future. Some of you guys could even have people call you just to decipher dreams. Like, hey, pile number 3, I had this weird dream the other night. Can I tell you about it? Because the way that you will interpret it will give them some sort of wisdom that they can use in their real life. With the Magician in the 9th house, there's a huge emphasis here that Spirit, the Divine, God, whoever you believe in, is encouraging you to master your craft right now, to fully step into this magician power and have confidence in your abilities. Right now, you're probably learning how to speak to people in a more effective way, and this is going to lead to even more people being hypnotized by you. And I said brainwashing earlier, and that has a negative connotation when most people speak about it. But when you're dealing, for example, with people who have actually been victims of brainwashing, you literally have to clinically re-brainwash them to get them back to a healthy state. I'm getting a song by, I think it's pronounced Bear and the Medicine People. I'll leave it down below, but there's a very shamanistic quality to your energy, which is probably why we got the Tower in the 10th house, because sometimes when you hypnotize others, you have to slowly break things down and challenge their perceptions. So a lot of people are drawn into the way that you disrupt the norms and dramatically shift the way that they think about certain aspects of their life. With the 3 of Cups in the 11th house and the Lovers in the 12th house, this tells me that you are meant to hypnotize a community of people, a group of people. You're meant to engage with others on a soul deep level and show them the blind spots in their subconscious. Basically, pile number 3, you're a healer. And you transmute that healing simply by existing. And once again, you hypnotize people by engaging with the frequency of their heart instead of trying to coerce them into anything. Even with the 8 of Wands here, it's giving a drums call or a drum circle vibe. There could be certain things that you say that even awaken people's nervous system. There has to be a fracture in order for the light to get in, and you are a person who can handle someone else's darkest night and show them how to transmute that energy into some kind of personal power. You hypnotize people by helping them through the unseen, guiding them to the quiet zone where their mind can finally hear itself, where they can finally hear their purpose or their desires or how they truly feel about a situation. You could even show people how numb they have been while moving through their life, reflecting back to them where they need to see things deeper. You could have gone through an inner pilgrimage yourself, and now you teach people how to navigate the map of the soul. And with the High Priestess here in the 8th house, regardless of your gender, you channel sacred feminine energy. It's giving medicine woman or medicine man. It feels like you're meant to shatter people's inner illusions so they can rebuild back to the soul. With the Lovers in the 12th house, you could even be someone who helps lovers find their way back to each other in a spiritual sense. You hypnotize people by showing them how to do the soul work. But that is your reading, pile number 3, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.